It would be amazing to become so connected with the nature that you just love sleeping here, living anywhere like this, where it's not cold, you don't need clothes, you can be naked or semi-naked, and eating just what you need, which is very little because you are living from the sun. And I don't know if some people are really living through this connection their lives like vagabonds. There is one guy that is like a caveman. He was living in a cave. I don't know where he's living. I think he lives in the dunes now. For him, any place under the stars is a good place. Well, but in connection with the nature, not in the streets of a town. So that's probably why he's living in this island, because there are many places, many, where you can sleep in absolute contact with the nature. Anywhere, even in the craziest, most touristic place, like here in Playa del Ingles, you just cross, well, you can be here at the beach, or just crossing the highway. There are always some kind of ravines where people are living in the caves. But for some reason, I believe that those people are not just like the ones I'm talking about, that they are such in a high connection with the nature that they need to eat very little, and you're never cold enough in here. Once you control, it's easier than in Siberia. But if you are even higher, then you can do it in Siberia. But I don't know, maybe you die when you are sleeping outside, and then you don't care. So what's the problem? Maybe some people did it as well, and maybe some of them survived. Maybe some of them are Buddha, the ones who can survive many different events happening during the process of the higher elevation to a higher dimension. There is always a higher dimension, always. I've seen many below, but I see infinite on top. So yes, Buddha is not like God. I am not like Buddha nor like God. I am not in different or lower or higher level, but the God is the one that sees them all. When I mean all, is something that is impossible to imagine, because even me, knowing what I'm talking about, I have no words to say it. And I even explaining that, I wouldn't explain who God is, because it's not an entity, it's not a person, it's not an intelligence, it's nothing like that. It's something that is above all the dimensions. So they are keeping the people in the lowest dimension to be controlled by people who are in a higher dimension, which is so fucking ridiculous. And maybe there is this like Star Wars, where the evil and the peaceful people from different galaxies, which are different entities, are fighting for. And here we are in other land, watching it in the movies and not knowing what they are talking about, right? So maybe through the whole video, somebody can understand what I was talking about. Because if I'm telling them about Star Wars from the beginning, they would be really lost. But now it's like, oh, it makes a lot of sense. Yeah, just like everything makes a lot of sense. Here, I can make all the connections I want.